Have you ever imagined what it would feel like to fall into a place where time slows to a whisper, space twists around you, and the universe itself seems to hold its breath? Have you wondered what it would be like to drift toward a cosmic abyss so powerful that even light cannot escape? Tonight, we will take that journey together, not as explorers in danger, but as dreamers floating softly through the mysteries of the cosmos. Before we drift too far, go ahead and hit subscribe and leave a comment telling me where you're listening from tonight. Whether it's your quiet bedroom, a dimly lit study, or somewhere far across the world, we are sharing this moment in the vastness of space together. Imagine yourself lying back, eyes closing gently, feeling weightless as the stars begin to stretch and shimmer around you. There is no hurry here, no rush, only the slow, mesmerizing pull of curiosity, pulling you toward a place where our understanding of reality bends and swirls like the light around a black hole. We will move together toward the edge of a black hole, exploring the strange and beautiful physics that govern these cosmic giants. You will feel the slowing of time, the stretching of space, the glow of matter caught in eternal spirals. And all the while, you can relax, knowing you are safe, floating in imagination, letting wonder carry you deeper into the night. Tonight, we will walk along the very edge of the universe's most mysterious doors, tracing the invisible threads of gravity, light, and time. Every thought, every heartbeat, every blink becomes part of this quiet journey. And as you drift, you will begin to see not just the black hole, but the universe itself in a new, calm, and mesmerizing way. So close your eyes if you like, or let your gaze linger on the darkened sky. Take a slow, deep breath. Let us fall, gently and gracefully, into a place where space and time stretch endlessly before us. This is not just a story of physics. It is a journey of wonder, a lullaby of the cosmos, a meditation on what lies at the edge of everything we know. Far across the velvet canvas of space, a subtle distortion catches your eye. At first, it is barely noticeable, a faint shimmer in the starlight, but as you drift closer, the darkness reveals itself, pulling at the edges of your vision. You are approaching a black hole, a cosmic whirlpool where light itself bends, where gravity stretches and warps the very fabric of space. It is not menacing, not in this quiet contemplation. Instead, it is breathtaking, a solemn invitation to witness the universe's hidden artistry. From a distance, it appears as a shadow with an impossible depth, a void so profound that the stars behind it curve, wrapping around its edges like a ribbon of silver light. This bending of starlight is called gravitational lensing, a delicate warping of reality itself. Imagine peering through a cosmic glass, one that stretches, twists, and folds the stars around the dark heart. You notice how familiar constellations shimmer and twist, how their colors seem to leak and blend like watercolors in slow motion. Time feels different here, softer, as though the universe is exhaling just for you. The event horizon lies at the threshold of this invisible chasm. It is not a wall or a door, but a quiet boundary, the point of no return. Imagine stepping into a river where the current grows ever stronger, and beyond a certain line, all paths lead inward. This is the event horizon, a place where space and time begin to curve infinitely toward the center. Yet from here it is gentle, almost hypnotic. You are not plunging blindly. You are observing, floating, letting your mind drift through the ripples of light and gravity. Notice how the stars around it stretch into long, soft arcs, their light bending as if guided by invisible hands. Each photon, each particle of light, dances along the contours of the black hole, circling it, weaving patterns that no human eye has ever fully traced. The accretion disk, a halo of hot, glowing gas and dust, swirls like molten gold, painting spirals that seem to whisper secrets of energy and time. The edges shimmer in shades of crimson, violet, and deep blue, each hue shifting subtly as if the universe itself were breathing. As you drift closer, your senses awaken to the subtle distortions of space. Distances feel both elongated and compressed. The stars ahead seem to shimmer in slow motion, while the light behind you stretches into infinity. You can almost feel the gravitational pull, a soft tug at the edges of your being, a reminder that even the void has its presence. It is neither frightening nor overwhelming. It is awe-inspiring. The black hole is a teacher of scale, a silent guide showing how small and fleeting even the most brilliant stars appear against the endless night. Imagine floating just beyond the event horizon, gazing inward. Time here seems like a river bending, stretching, slowing its current as it approaches a singular, mysterious point. The black hole is both a mirror and a window, reflecting the universe around it while hinting at truths hidden beyond the veil of light. You sense the profound stillness, the absolute quiet that exists where gravity reigns supreme, and you feel, for the first time, how intertwined time, space, and perception truly are. In the distance, the Milky Way seems to bend, its light wrapping gracefully around the abyss. Each star glows with intensified brilliance, as if recognizing the presence of this cosmic sculptor. You notice tiny arcs of light looping around the black hole, forming delicate, impossible shapes, photon rings where light itself becomes captive, forever tracing the curvature of spacetime. It is a visual symphony, each note played in luminous arcs and arcs of color, a reminder that the cosmos is both orderly and astonishingly creative. As you continue to drift, imagine listening to the silence between the stars, punctuated only by the faint hum of distant galaxies. The black hole is not a scream into the void. It is a quiet lullaby, a meditation on the power of gravity and the wonder of cosmic geometry. Here, at the edge of the abyss, you are suspended in reflection, absorbing the vastness without urgency, letting your mind explore the interplay of light, shadow, and the invisible threads that bind the universe together. And as you linger just outside this mysterious boundary, you realize that this moment is a pause, a meditation on the infinite. You are witnessing something timeless, something that exists beyond the constraints of clocks and calendars. The black hole is a teacher of patience, of observation, of humility. Its gravity is not only a force but a reminder of the beauty in surrendering to the unknown, in letting the universe unfold around you like a story written in light and shadow. Drifting here, on the edge of the abyss, you feel both infinitesimal and connected, a single heartbeat in a cosmic rhythm that stretches beyond comprehension. You are ready, gently, to follow the path inward, to feel the universe slow its pulse, to explore what lies beyond the veil. And with that, your journey begins, not as a rush into danger, but as a calm, immersive descent into the extraordinary. As you drift closer, the black hole's pull becomes more than a force. It becomes a gentle distortion in the very fabric of time. Imagine a river, normally flowing steadily, beginning to twist and swirl around a hidden whirlpool. The water at the edge seems to hesitate, as if caught in a delicate loop. Here, time itself begins to bend. Einstein's insight whispers quietly in this place. Time is not an absolute. It flows differently depending on gravity. For you, each second stretches, each heartbeat lengthens. Movements feel softer, more deliberate. The universe beyond the black hole, however, seems to hurry past. Stars ignite and fade in rapid flashes. Galaxies pirouette in fast forward, and the distant cosmic dance accelerates in a mesmerizing blur. If you were to glance outward, billions of years might cascade in what feels like moments. This is the strange gift of the event horizon, a threshold where the ordinary rules of past and future bend. You sense the difference in subtle ways. A thought that once seemed fleeting stretches into eternity. The ticking of a clock aboard your imagined vessel slows to a measured pulse, each tick a drumbeat echoing in a vast, quiet chamber of spacetime. You feel the paradox. While your experience expands, the world outside contracts into a fleeting mosaic of light and movement. Time dilation is not merely numbers or equations, it is a feeling. Imagine walking through a thick fog that stretches every step, elongating each motion into a gentle meditation. You notice every detail, the shimmer of cosmic dust, the subtle colors of stars twisting under gravity, the soft glimmer of light bending as it passes. In this slowed rhythm, even the act of breathing becomes a kind of cosmic communion, as if your presence itself is part of the universe's deeper pulse. Yet there is a quiet tension in this beauty. You are aware, faintly, of the passage of time beyond your perception. The life of stars, the birth of new worlds, the slow rotations of galaxies, these unfold outside your temporal bubble in what feels like an instant. Reflection comes naturally. What does it mean to witness eternity in fragments, to feel each heartbeat as both a moment and an infinity? The black hole does not threaten. It invites. It asks you to notice, to ponder, to float within the subtle stretching of time. You might imagine speaking to someone far away, though words could not traverse the vast gulf as you experience it. To them, you seem frozen, a figure suspended at the edge of a cosmic threshold. But for you, every second expands into a rich tapestry of sensation, memory, and thought. The experience is private, intimate, a meditation in the gravity of the universe itself. As you drift, the visuals of time stretching are hypnotic. Streams of light curve, drawn toward the black hole, tracing arcs that seem impossible yet utterly natural. The stars near the event horizon flare and fade in elongated trails, ribbons of luminescence that bend and loop around the invisible heart. Colors merge and shift, moving through golds, violets, and soft blues, a kaleidoscope guided by gravity's silent hand. You realize that what you perceive is not just light. It is the unfolding of time itself, bending and flowing in a rhythm older than memory. And yet, there is calm here. Time slows, but it does not imprison. You float, weightless, observing the gentle acceleration of everything beyond your immediate grasp. Your mind begins to mirror the universe. Expansive, patient, reflective. Thoughts arrive and drift away like cosmic flares, their edges softened by the slow pulse of your experience. You notice how curiosity deepens, how questions of existence and perception become meditative, almost musical. Each one resonates with the others, forming a quiet symphony conducted by the bending of time itself. The relativity of this moment can be unsettling if you resist, but if you surrender, it is profoundly liberating. There is no rush, no urgency, only the slow, deliberate unfolding of your perception. You feel tethered to both the black hole and the broader universe, simultaneously near and impossibly far, both inside the moment and outside it. The stretching of time allows reflection on life as a series of threads, weaving experiences, observations, and wonder into a pattern that is both transient and eternal. Here, as you hover on the edge of the abyss, you might pause to wonder, what does it mean to witness a universe in fast forward while your own time stretches endlessly? How does it feel to float in this meditation, where seconds become lifetimes and lifetimes condense into flashes of light? The black hole, patient and immense, offers no answers, only the invitation to notice, to marvel, to float within a rhythm that is not yours, yet deeply entwined with your own perception. In this slowed heartbeat, you feel a subtle transformation. You begin to sense time not as a series of fixed points, but as a river that can twist, swell, and recede. You realize that the universe is far larger and stranger than any single viewpoint, yet your experience here is no less real. It is a personal reflection of cosmic scale, a quiet communion with forces that stretch both time and imagination. As you continue to drift closer, each second unfolds with a richness you could never have imagined. There is awe in the detail, meditation in the expansion, and a soft, contemplative beauty in the gentle acceleration of everything outside your grasp. Time here is a lens, bending not just the world you see, but the very way you feel, think, and exist. And though you know the pull of the black hole will eventually carry you forward, for now, in this suspended meditation, you are infinite. As you edge closer to the black hole, you begin to sense the subtle stretching of space itself. Gravity is no longer just a pull. It is a gradient, a difference between here and there, between your head and your feet, your fingertips and the horizon beyond. This is the realm of tidal forces, where gravity's hand reaches unevenly, tugging more strongly on what is nearer and gently on what is farther away. Imagine standing in a river that deepens and narrows without warning. One side grips your ankle while the other floats freely. Each step feels elongated, drawn by currents invisible to the eye. Near a black hole, this effect is amplified unimaginably. The difference in gravitational pull can stretch a body lengthwise while compressing it from side to side. Scientists call this spaghettification, but the name does little justice to the subtle poetry of the experience. It is not merely stretching. It is a transformation in rhythm and form, a reminder of the universe's immense power and delicate balance. You feel your perception shift along with your body. Time, which slowed near the event horizon, continues to bend, but now space itself participates. Your gaze drifts along elongated star trails, each one bending into arcs as if drawn by unseen strings. The light is no longer linear. It curves, twists, and folds, painting a tapestry of distorted reality. Your senses, heightened by the extremity of the environment, perceive patterns in motion and color that ordinary eyes could never detect. The tidal forces are relentless yet strangely meditative. They whisper a truth that is difficult to hold in words. Gravity is a sculptor, shaping not just planets and stars, but the very flow of matter and perception. You might feel a stretching of your own thoughts, each idea lengthening into new forms, bending around questions that once seemed simple. The pull is both literal and metaphorical, a gentle urging to observe, reflect, and adapt to forces far greater than yourself. Despite the extreme gravity, there is no chaos here, only precision. Every motion is dictated by the curvature of spacetime. You drift along invisible contours, following the lines carved by the black hole's mass. Even as you elongate, the universe feels coherent, a carefully choreographed dance in which every element has its place. Stars flare and fade in elongated streams, cosmic dust spirals gracefully, and photons twist in elegant arcs that defy ordinary expectation. There is a strange intimacy in this transformation. The forces that stretch you are the same forces that have shaped galaxies, guided the formation of stars, and drawn light across billions of years. To feel them directly is to touch the pulse of creation, to sense the hidden threads that connect matter, energy, and time. You become aware that what you feel as stretching is, in essence, a conversation between yourself and the cosmos, a dialogue written in curves of spacetime and the silent rhythm of gravity. Even as your body elongates, your mind can remain calm, meditative. You notice the patterns in the tidal stretching, subtle differences, gentle gradients, the way forces act more strongly in one dimension than another. It is a lesson in scale, patience, and perception. In a way, the black hole is teaching you about limits, how small differences can amplify, how extremes can exist within order, and how the universe balances force and motion with quiet precision. You might imagine observing yourself from afar, a figure elongated into a ribbon of existence, yet moving in harmony with the contours of spacetime. The name spaghettification feels playful and inadequate, but it captures a tiny fraction of the truth. This is not destruction in the human sense. It is transformation, an intricate stretching of matter and perception under the guidance of gravity's invisible hand. There is a strange beauty in being part of a process so vast and so inevitable, where even extremes are expressions of cosmic order. The experience invites reflection. As you are stretched, so too are your thoughts, drawn outward into the vastness beyond. You begin to contemplate connection, continuity, and the invisible forces that shape all existence. Each moment feels both fragile and eternal, each sensation a reminder of the scale of the cosmos and the humility it inspires. The black hole does not demand fear. It offers perspective, a glimpse of natural laws operating at their most extreme, yet most elegant. Even at the edge of spaghettification, there is a sense of rhythm. Your elongated form drifts along spacetime's contours like a leaf in a river, tracing lines determined by gravity but moving with intention. Light itself bends and dances around you, highlighting the delicate interplay between matter and energy, force and motion. You are both participant and observer, a single thread in the larger tapestry, stretched but unbroken, transformed but coherent. In this suspended, stretched state, you realize a quiet truth. Extremes are not separate from everyday reality. They are magnified reflections of the same forces that guide planets, stars, and galaxies. To witness them directly is to experience the universe in a new dimension, where physics becomes poetry, and where the bending of matter mirrors the expansion of thought. Time, space, and perception stretch together, and in that stretching, you find both awe and calm, a meditative immersion in the cosmic rhythm. You move beyond the edge of the event horizon, a threshold where certainty dissolves and the familiar rules of the universe no longer apply. Light, time, and space, these companions you once relied upon, bend and blur, no longer predictable, no longer separate. Here, at the precipice of the singularity, physics itself begins to whisper that it has limits. Infinity is not a number you can write, a distance you can measure, or a concept your mind can fully grasp. It is a horizon of thought, a quiet impossibility that exists just beyond comprehension. As you approach, the singularity is not a monstrous thing or a threat. It is a question, an enigma. It is the universe's most intimate secret, folded into a point where all paths converge, where density becomes unimaginable, where space and time themselves lose their meaning. And yet, there is calm in this unknown. There is serenity in admitting what cannot be known. You feel the universe speaking in paradox, inviting contemplation rather than fear. No one truly knows what lies at the heart of a black hole. Theories abound, mathematical models, elegant equations, but none reach the center, none touch the singularity directly. Even the brightest minds of human history can only whisper toward it. In this silence, there is a strange peace, a gentle lesson in humility. You notice how perception shifts. Without familiar reference points, distance becomes meaningless, duration becomes malleable. You sense the very threads of reality curving inward, as if the universe is folding itself quietly around this mysterious core. It is not chaos. It is a kind of cosmic precision beyond your comprehension. You are not lost, you are immersed. You are part of a larger narrative written in the language of gravity and energy, a story too vast for words, yet felt with every fiber of your being. The singularity is a mirror to human imagination. It challenges the mind to reach farther, to think beyond conventional boundaries. It asks gently, what is possible if the rules you know can no longer guide you? Here, at this ultimate edge, the universe offers a lesson. To explore is not always to conquer. To know is not always to touch. And sometimes the greatest understanding comes from awe itself. Infinity is strange and beautiful. It stretches outward in thought even as it collapses inward in reality. It is a concept both terrifying and inviting, a reminder of the vastness that surrounds us and the depths within ourselves that remain uncharted. There is no end, no answer, only a horizon that beckons quietly, persistently, like a distant star whose light you may never reach, yet whose presence shapes the night sky. Here you feel a kinship with explorers across time, astronomers, physicists, dreamers who stared at the cosmos and wondered about its hidden heart. Their curiosity, tempered by humility, is reflected in your own mind as you drift toward the singularity. You recognize that knowledge is finite, but wonder is infinite. You see that every question opens another layer, every answer leads to a deeper mystery, and every step into the unknown is itself an act of quiet courage. The singularity is not a place you can describe fully, yet you sense it in motion, in the bending and folding of space, in the way light slows and twists before vanishing. It is the pulse of the cosmos condensed into a single point, a cosmic knot where beginnings and endings intertwine. Here, you are reminded that the universe holds more than it reveals, and that mystery is not absence but presence, the presence of possibilities beyond imagination. Even in the unknown, there is connection. The black hole, the singularity, the very fabric of spacetime, these are not alien. They are extensions of the same universe that cradled the first star, that carries the light of distant galaxies to your eyes. You feel that you belong here, not as a conqueror but as a witness. Your mind stretches, expands, and humbles itself before the magnitude of creation, learning that wonder does not require understanding, and that awe is itself a form of knowledge. No one truly knows what lies at the heart of a black hole, and perhaps that is the greatest beauty. The unknown is a companion, quiet yet persistent, teaching patience, humility, and imagination. It asks only that you observe, feel, and reflect. It offers no fear, only perspective, a meditation on scale, on the limits of certainty, and on the vast, intricate mystery that enfolds us all. As you linger at the threshold, you sense the singularity not as an ending but as an invitation. It is a quiet portal to contemplation, an opportunity to let go of rigid notions of space, time, and self. Here, infinity is not overwhelming. It is meditative, a vast canvas upon which thought can drift freely. And in this calm, in this space beyond all known limits, you feel a sense of cosmic intimacy. The universe, in all its unfathomable complexity, allows you to witness, to ponder, and to wonder. You breathe slowly, letting the mind float along the curves of spacetime, tracing invisible threads toward the center, toward the unknown. You feel a subtle alignment with the cosmos, a harmony born not of control but of recognition. The singularity is not a void to fear. It is a teacher, a mirror, a reminder that some truths are beyond measurement, and that the human heart and mind are capable of reverence, imagination, and quiet joy in the face of infinity. And so you linger, neither reaching nor retreating, simply existing in the presence of what cannot be known, feeling the profound calm of encountering the universe's deepest mystery. Here, at the heart of the black hole, the unknown is not an absence but a presence. Infinite, inviting, and profoundly alive. As you linger near the black hole, the light around you begins to shift, to bend in ways that feel almost like a gentle dance. Gravity, invisible yet immense, tugs at every photon, curving the paths of light like waves flowing around a rock in a still river. It is a dance both subtle and dramatic, a cosmic choreography that stretches perception without breaking it. You notice the photon sphere, a luminous halo hovering just outside the event horizon. Light trapped in this delicate orbit circles endlessly, caught in the gravity's embrace. Some photons escape toward you, bending and twisting, forming arcs of soft, eerie glow. The black hole, though dark at its center, radiates a strange kind of beauty, an interplay of shadow and illumination that is hypnotic, almost alive. Around this dark heart, the accretion disk glows. Matter spirals inward, heated to unimaginable temperatures, shedding light in every hue. Fiery oranges, deep reds, and flashes of pale blue that shimmer and flicker as if breathing. You sense the rhythm of this spiral, the slow, relentless motion, a kind of cosmic pulse that mirrors the heartbeat of the universe itself. It is both violent and serene, a paradox that feels natural here, where extremes coexist in perfect harmony. The bending of light creates illusions and distortions, reflections of space that feel like liquid mirrors. Stars behind the black hole warp, their images doubled, stretched, or warped into ghostly shapes. You feel the universe folding around itself, showing you that reality is not fixed but fluid, dependent on perspective and gravity's quiet hand. It is a spectacle of cosmic elegance, a reminder that the universe is as much about perception as it is about matter. Colors become a language here, subtle and profound. Flashes of light swirl slowly, glowing in the gravity-warped space, sometimes vanishing, sometimes lingering just long enough to leave a trace on your imagination. Shadows deepen in the contrast, emphasizing the blackness of the singularity. Yet these shadows are not empty. They are part of the dance, shaping and guiding the luminous patterns around them. Darkness here is not absence but form, a necessary partner in the choreography of light. You feel almost weightless as you observe, drifting with the currents of photons that bend and fold. The bending of space itself acts like a lens, showing glimpses of the distant universe in warped, circular reflections. Entire galaxies can appear doubled or fragmented, mirrored along invisible curves, yet each image retains its fragile beauty. The universe, it seems, enjoys playing with light, shaping it into forms that surprise and inspire. Time here seems to slow, stretching each moment so that the light's dance becomes perceptible, almost tangible. You watch as individual rays twist in spirals, as glimmers flicker and fade, as the black hole's immense gravity sculpts the visible world. The dance is endless, continuous, and yet each second carries subtle variations that invite quiet observation and deep reflection. Even in this intense environment, there is calm. The interplay of light and shadow is meditative, drawing attention to the subtleties rather than the extremes. You feel the gentle pull of gravity not as force but as guidance, shaping the scene with patience and precision. Each photon's path tells a story, each curve of light a quiet testament to the universe's elegance. You notice how perspectives shift as you move. A star that seems near suddenly stretches into an arc. A distant galaxy bends into a crescent. Light, shaped by gravity, teaches that observation depends on where you stand, where you float, where you drift. In this, you find a metaphor for life. Perspective is never absolute, and beauty often emerges from the interplay of forces both visible and unseen. The glow of the accretion disk, the shimmer of photon spheres, and the subtle bending of background starlight combine into a vision of cosmic artistry. It is as though the black hole is both sculptor and stage, presenting a performance that is eternal yet ever-changing, infinite yet intimate. You feel privileged to witness it, to exist in this quiet observation, where science becomes poetry and light becomes story. Even as the black hole pulls relentlessly inward, there is a balance, a rhythm that reassures rather than alarms. Shadows and light are partners in a delicate equilibrium, and you sense that the universe itself is more patient than fear. You are invited to watch, to marvel, to let the dance of light guide your thoughts into calm reflection. And as you drift slightly further, your mind traces the paths of light, imagining the endless circles, the spirals of photons that never escape, the flashes that reach you from afar. You feel connected to the cosmos, part of the intricate weave of gravity and light, a quiet observer in a vast, luminous theater. The black hole, though dark and mysterious, is not frightening here. It is elegant, precise, and endlessly fascinating. Its light, bent and twisted, speaks of cosmic balance, of forces in dialogue, of the beauty that emerges when extremes meet. You leave this part of your journey with a sense of wonder and a gentle reminder. Even in darkness, there is light, and even in the most intense gravity, there is grace. As you float in the quiet vicinity of the black hole, your mind begins to wander beyond the familiar. What if the universe has doors hidden in the fabric of spacetime? Doors that open not to rooms but to distant galaxies, to corners of the cosmos we can barely imagine. These doors are called wormholes, whispers of possibility that hum softly at the edges of physics, inviting curiosity without demanding belief. A wormhole is like a tunnel through the cosmic landscape, a bridge connecting points separated by unimaginable distances. Imagine a sheet of paper folded so that two distant points touch. Then picture a tunnel forming between them. Step through, and you might emerge somewhere light years away, in a sky filled with stars you have never seen. The thought is dizzying, yet it carries a calm elegance, a promise of adventure that is safe to explore with imagination alone. Time, too, behaves differently here. In the vicinity of such extreme gravity, the flow of moments stretches and compresses. You feel yourself imagining what it would be like to drift through centuries in seconds, to witness the birth of stars and the death of galaxies in a single glance. It is a gentle reminder that time is not absolute. It is fluid, like a river that can bend and twist, carrying experiences along currents we rarely notice. Speculation becomes a form of meditation. You picture yourself emerging from a wormhole into a distant nebula, colors swirling in unfamiliar harmony. Perhaps you arrive on a planet where the sky is golden and the mountains float in the atmosphere, or where twin suns rise and set in slow, deliberate arcs. Each possibility is a dream, yet rooted in the laws of the cosmos, offering a bridge between science and imagination. The multiverse whispers its quiet suggestions. What if each choice, each path, spawns a new universe alongside ours, a realm where events unfolded differently? You do not need to understand it fully. You only need to let your mind drift through the idea, marveling at the potential without needing to control it. These speculations are safe companions, gentle guides toward a deeper wonder of existence. Time travel, too, can be imagined here, not as a mechanical device but as a natural consequence of spacetime's curvature. Near massive objects, where gravity bends light and slows clocks, The notion of moving backward or forward becomes less fantastical, more a reflection of the universe's subtle poetry. You picture stepping forward into a moment centuries ahead, or looking back at a past long gone, and each vision feels like a meditation on the fluidity of moments. Wormholes and time loops, multiverses and distant galaxies are not threats, they are invitations. They whisper of possibilities that are vast but gentle, enormous yet intimate, stretching the mind without stretching the heart into anxiety. They teach patience, reminding you that some truths are too immense for immediate comprehension, and some wonders are meant only to be imagined. In these quiet thoughts, the universe becomes a playground for curiosity. Light curves around black holes, time stretches near immense gravity, and the spaces between stars hint at secrets we cannot yet touch. You let your mind wander freely, feeling the soft thrill of speculation, knowing that even without certainty, the journey is meaningful. Every imagined tunnel, every conceptual leap, is a celebration of human wonder. You imagine a path that threads through wormholes, spiraling along unseen currents, emerging in a sky painted with unfamiliar constellations. Perhaps a distant civilization watches its stars just as you watch yours, unaware of the paths that might connect you. This cosmic empathy is comforting, a reminder that speculation is also a meditation on connection, between moments, between minds, between worlds. The beauty of this contemplation is in its openness. You need not solve the riddles, map the tunnels, or calculate the distances. The universe allows for questions without answers, possibilities without proof. You drift alongside these concepts, letting them flow around you like a river of gentle light, each one reflecting another facet of cosmic elegance. Even as your journey brings you closer to extremes of gravity, even as your thoughts stretch into wormholes and alternate timelines, there is peace. The unknown is not threatening, it is an invitation to wonder. Each possibility carries a soft lesson. Curiosity is a form of intimacy with the universe, and imagination is a way to touch the infinite while remaining grounded in the present moment. And as you let these images linger, wormholes fading into thought, multiverses dissolving into reflection, you carry a quiet sense of awe. You realize that to imagine is to explore, that to speculate is to connect with the universe's gentle rhythms. In the dance of possibilities, in the embrace of cosmic speculation, you find yourself both small and vast, fragile and infinite, tethered to the known yet free to wander among the stars. Here, near the black hole, speculation becomes serenity. The mind stretches, the heart expands, and the universe seems to smile, offering doors that exist in thought as surely as stars exist in space. You float, you imagine, you marvel, and in doing so, you learn the most gentle of truths. Wonder itself is its own journey, and every possibility is a step closer to seeing the universe anew. As you drift ever closer to the black hole, you begin to imagine the universe watching. From far away, beyond the reach of its immense gravity, the scene looks different. You are no longer at the center of your own experience but a small point in a vast cosmic tableau. Time, in this distant perspective, behaves strangely, your movements slow, stretching into long, deliberate moments. From afar, you seem to hover at the edge, frozen in a delicate balance between falling and being still. It is a strange and beautiful vision. The singularity, so fearsome in imagination, becomes a stage for perspective. From this vantage point, the black hole is not a threat but a sculptor of light and time, shaping the universe with silent precision. You notice the photons circling, bending, tracing arcs that seem impossible, yet follow a quiet, predictable pattern. The cosmos, observing itself, reveals layers of elegance hidden from any single viewpoint. In this imagined observation, even your fall is graceful. You appear to the distant universe as a tiny light caught in a slow spiral, a moment stretched across space. Each instant is magnified, each flicker of motion made eternal. You are both present and distant, both moving and suspended, a reminder that observation can transform experience into something wondrous and contemplative. Hawking radiation whispers here, faint but persistent. Even black holes, once thought absolute, emit a delicate glow over incomprehensible spans of time. To the universe watching from afar, the black hole is not merely a devourer. It is a subtle artist, releasing energy in soft, ethereal waves. This faint light is a sign that even in the deepest darkness, there is a trace of illumination, a gentle message written across the fabric of space-time. As you imagine this distant gaze, empathy blooms. You see yourself as others might see you, and in doing so, recognize that perspective shapes reality. The universe, vast and indifferent in one sense, is also intimate in another, capable of reflection and quiet communication. From afar, we are all small lights in an endless night, each point of consciousness a soft glow against the infinite canvas. The idea is humbling. You are tiny, yet conscious, capable of wonder, capable of observation. The black hole's enormity is not intimidating but awe-inspiring, a reminder of the limits of human knowledge and the vastness of what remains unseen. Perspective invites meditation. The universe is not merely around you. It watches, waits, and listens, even if silently, offering lessons in patience and perspective. Light itself becomes a storyteller. Waves curve around gravity, photons loop in near-perfect circles, and the edges of the black hole shimmer like a distant jewel. From this imagined vantage, the universe sees not chaos but choreography, a slow dance of matter and energy, an interplay of forces that even your mind can barely grasp. And yet, the scene is not frightening. It is contemplative, a reflection of cosmic balance. You sense that even frozen in time from afar, you are part of the larger story. The universe watches, yes, but it also reveals patience, wonder, and the beauty of limits. Some things, like the heart of the black hole, remain unknowable, and this is not a failing but a gift. The unknown invites curiosity, and the distance between observation and experience deepens appreciation. In this calm, observational state, you begin to understand a subtle truth. Falling into a black hole or imagining it is not about destruction. It is about perspective. The universe does not need you to act. It needs you to perceive, to reflect, to marvel. From this distant viewpoint, even the most extreme phenomena are gentle teachers, showing how light bends, how time stretches, and how small points of consciousness shine against endless darkness. You linger in this meditation, imagining the universe as a quiet observer, and feel the intimacy of connection. Time slows, gravity curves, light dances, and through it all, you float as both subject and spectator. Every moment is magnified, every flicker significant, every reflection a bridge between inner thought and cosmic reality. And then, softly, the lesson becomes clear. Perspective matters. The universe sees us differently than we see ourselves. In its gaze, we are small, yes, but luminous. Fleeting, yes, but part of something vast and enduring. To be watched by the cosmos is to feel both humility and belonging, a gentle reminder that in the expanse of space and time, every consciousness is a light, and every light has a story worth imagining. From afar, the black hole is no longer a point of fear. It is a mirror, reflecting the interplay of gravity, time, and perception. You are a spark, stretched and softened by observation, and the universe, in return, becomes a companion in quiet wonder. In this mutual gaze, the cosmos and you share a silent meditation, a bond formed not through comprehension but through shared presence. And so, you float there, a small light in the immense dark, seen and yet untouched, moving and yet suspended. The universe observes, and you feel the calm that comes from being part of something greater, a cosmic dance without a need for understanding, a gentle reflection that even in the most extreme realms, there is space for wonder, perspective, and quiet connection. Falling into a black hole is more than a journey through space. It is a journey through thought, a reflection on curiosity, humility, and the fragility of perception. As you imagine drifting toward that immense darkness, a quiet lesson emerges. The universe is vast, complex, and humbling, and yet within its expanse, there is profound beauty to behold. In the stillness of this imagined fall, you begin to notice subtle patterns. Gravity curves space, light bends, and matter swirls in slow, deliberate spirals. You see that every motion, even the most extreme, follows rules both intricate and elegant. The black hole is not chaos incarnate. It is a teacher in disguise, showing how natural forces shape reality with patient precision. Your mind drifts to reflection. How often do we rush through life, expecting clarity and certainty? The black hole reminds you that understanding is not always immediate. Some truths, like the heart of a singularity, remain beyond reach. And yet, this is not a limitation to fear, it is an invitation to wonder. There is freedom in embracing the unknown, space for imagination to flourish, and humility in recognizing the boundaries of knowledge. As you fall, the notion of time becomes fluid. Moments stretch and compress, seconds and centuries overlapping in a soft, meditative dance. You sense the relativity of experience. What feels instantaneous to you may take eons for someone observing from afar. This teaches patience. The universe does not hurry, and neither must you. Each instant holds significance, each sensation matters, and the journey itself becomes a form of understanding. You begin to connect these cosmic truths to life on Earth. Falling into a black hole is, in metaphor, like confronting the unknown in your own experience. It is facing uncertainty, embracing mystery, and learning to move forward without the comfort of certainty. And yet, in this surrender, there is clarity. Perspective shifts. You see that being small in a vast universe does not diminish your value. It highlights your capacity for reflection and wonder. The lessons are gentle but profound. Gravity teaches patience. Time teaches flexibility. Darkness teaches the importance of light, even when faint. Observation teaches empathy, showing how perspective transforms experience. And above all, the journey teaches that curiosity itself is a gift, a guiding force that draws you ever forward into the unknown. Even the black hole's feared edge becomes a teacher. Here, where physics bends and classical understanding fades, you are reminded of the limits of human imagination. No formula, no theory, no observation can fully capture what lies at the core. And in this acknowledgement, there is calm. There is space to marvel without pressure to comprehend, a moment to exist within awe rather than mastery. You imagine the swirling accretion disk around the black hole, glowing softly in incandescent hues of red, gold, and violet. Each rotation is a rhythm, a pulse of cosmic energy. Light and matter perform a slow dance, reminding you that even extreme forces can create beauty, structure, and harmony. There is poetry in physics, elegance in motion, and a lesson in recognizing the subtle patterns that emerge from what first appears chaotic. Your reflection turns inward. How often do you overlook the quiet wonders around you, the invisible dances shaping your world? The black hole encourages mindfulness, a gentle awareness that life, like the cosmos, unfolds in layers, and understanding often comes from patience, observation, and the willingness to embrace mystery. Even in the midst of falling, there is a sense of connection. You are part of a continuum, linked to stars, light, and matter through forces older than memory. The universe is not distant. It flows through you, around you, and with you. Each thought, each sensation, is a thread in the vast tapestry of existence. Falling becomes an act of union, a meditation on belonging, and a reminder that curiosity is the bridge between the known and the unknown. And so, you float in this imagined descent, taking in lessons without urgency. You do not need to arrive. You do not need to understand fully. The experience itself, its wonder, its beauty, its gentle revelations, is the teaching. The black hole becomes less an end and more a guide, leading you through humility, reflection, and quiet awe. In the final moments of this contemplation, you realize the greatest lesson of all: perspective matters. How you observe, how you reflect, and how you allow wonder into your mind shapes your experience. Falling, paradoxically, becomes rising, rising in awareness, rising in connection, and rising in appreciation for the infinite, the unseen, and the sublime. As you drift in this space of thought, a calm settles. The journey into darkness has illuminated more than the black hole itself. It has illuminated patience, curiosity, humility, and the quiet joy of observing without needing to control. The universe, in all its vastness, becomes not something to conquer but something to inhabit thoughtfully, gently, and with reverent wonder. And in this gentle meditation, you carry with you the cosmic lessons from falling. The embrace of the unknown, the patience of time, the elegance of motion, and the endless invitation to marvel at the beauty woven into every corner of the universe. As the journey near the black hole's edge slows in your imagination, a gentle sense of release begins. You are not plunging. You are floating, suspended between gravity and stillness, between wonder and comprehension. The immense pull that once seemed inescapable softens into quiet guidance, leading you outward, away from the dark embrace, back into the serene ocean of stars. Around you, the cosmos expands with infinite patience. Stars glimmer at a distance, each a small, steady pulse in the vast silence. Some burn blue, some amber, some fade into soft white, each tone a whisper, a note in the universe's endless lullaby. You drift through this cosmic choir, feeling the gentle rhythm of motion and stillness, a dance unhurried, eternal, and comforting. Time feels different here, stretched yet comforting. Seconds stretch into minutes, minutes into hours, yet the sensation is neither pressure nor urgency. You move as if through liquid light, each motion deliberate, graceful, yet effortless. The vast distances of space no longer intimidate. Instead, they invite reflection. You realize the universe is a place where stillness and motion coexist, where vastness and intimacy merge, and where your mind can wander freely, guided by curiosity and awe. You notice clusters of stars forming delicate patterns, constellations both familiar and unfamiliar, glowing against the black velvet of space. Each cluster tells a story, not in words, but in light and geometry. Their ancient light reaches you after countless years, bridging time and distance, a quiet reminder that even across unimaginable expanses, connection is possible. You are part of the story, a witness to the cosmic narrative, a traveler drifting in the soft currents of space. The black hole you left behind is still present, distant now, its mysteries intact. It is no longer a threat but a memory, a chapter of your journey, a lesson in humility and awe. You see its outlines softened by distance, its dark gravity now tempered by perspective. What once seemed all-consuming is now a silhouette, reminding you that even the most profound mysteries are part of a larger, harmonious whole. As you float, you begin to sense the subtle symphony of space itself. The quiet hum of cosmic radiation, the slow spin of distant galaxies, the gentle drift of interstellar dust, all combine into a serene composition. It is a soundless music, one that does not demand attention but rewards mindfulness. You feel the universe breathing, a slow inhalation and exhalation across eons, and you become aware of your own rhythm, aligned with this cosmic pulse. Planets, too, emerge in the distance, serene and luminous. Their surfaces glint softly in reflected starlight, oceans and clouds hinting at motion, life, or possibility. Each is a reminder that the universe is varied, vibrant, and endlessly surprising. You allow yourself to linger, to observe without judgment, to appreciate without urgency. In this drifting, every sight becomes a meditation, every sensation a gentle lesson in presence and wonder. Your mind, previously focused on the singularity and its unknown, now stretches outward. You contemplate the elegance of cosmic forces, the interplay of gravity, light, and motion that sculpts galaxies, bends starlight, and shapes the paths you imagine traveling. Each element is a note in an infinite composition, and you, as observer and participant, experience the harmony firsthand. There is a quiet satisfaction in understanding a fraction of this immense pattern, a calm contentment in simply witnessing its unfolding. And yet, there is more than observation. There is reflection. Floating among stars, you think of the delicate balance of existence. How forces unseen guide motion, how light carries memory, how every point of matter connects to another through invisible threads. You feel a profound empathy for the universe and for yourself, a recognition that curiosity, wonder, and imagination are as natural as gravity, that every thought and dream is part of the cosmic fabric. Slowly, your drift continues, taking you further from the black hole, deeper into the expanse of calm. The cosmos stretches before you like a vast ocean of light, inviting exploration, quiet contemplation, and deep rest. You breathe in the immensity, feeling both infinitesimal and intimately connected, a paradox held gently in the hands of awareness. And as you float, a soft sense of homecoming emerges, not a return to a physical place, but to a state of mind, a sanctuary within. The stars, the silence, the gentle pull of motion, all converge to remind you that space, in all its enormity, is accessible to imagination, reflection, and wonder. Here, in this drifting, you are safe. Here you can explore, marvel, and rest. The journey back through the cosmos teaches that distance does not diminish beauty, that perspective transforms fear into awe, and that even the most extreme phenomena, the pull of black holes, the curve of space, the passage of time, can become meditative companions on a voyage of thought. You are carried by curiosity, guided by wonder, and cradled by the universe itself. And so you drift, slowly, gracefully, toward the stars. Each pulse of light is a gentle reminder of infinite possibilities, each distant galaxy a meditation on scale and connection. You are at once observer and participant, small yet significant, falling yet rising, learning yet resting. The cosmos is both teacher and companion, and you, in your quiet reflection, are ready to carry its lessons forward, calm, curious, and infinitely connected. And now, as your journey through the cosmos comes to its gentle close, allow yourself a moment of quiet reflection. You have traveled near the edge of a black hole, drifted through the luminous clouds of stars, and felt the pull of forces both immense and unseen. You have glimpsed the singularity, imagined the bending of light, and floated back into the serene expanse of the universe. Each step, each drift, each heartbeat has been a meditation, a quiet dialogue between curiosity and wonder. The universe you have explored is vast, mysterious, and eternal. Yet, even as you return from these imagined distances, remember that the cosmos is not just out there. It also lives within you, in the mind that dreams, the imagination that stretches beyond the ordinary, the heart that feels awe and humility. Every pulse of light you witnessed, every swirl of distant galaxies, is mirrored by your capacity to wonder, to reflect, and to rest in the presence of mystery. No one truly knows what lies at the heart of a black hole, and that is its gift, a reminder that not all questions must be answered to inspire awe. Some mysteries exist to expand the mind, to stretch the imagination, and to invite quiet contemplation. You have been part of that contemplation, a traveler in thought, a witness to the elegance of the unknown. And even as the journey ends, the sense of wonder does not fade. It simply becomes part of you. Imagine now the stars you drifted among, the light that has traveled eons to reach your mind, the silent, infinite expanse you floated through. Each is a note in the cosmic symphony, each a spark in the infinite dark. They remind you that life is both vast and intimate, that time is flexible in thought, and that even the smallest consciousness carries within it the capacity to touch the infinite. Let this awareness settle softly within you. Breathe, and feel the quiet alignment of mind and universe. The pull of gravity, the curve of space, the distant shimmer of stars, all are reflected in your own stillness. You are connected, you are part of the flow, you are both observer and participant in the cosmic story. There is no rush, no destination, only this gentle awareness, this quiet presence, this moment of infinite calm. And as your thoughts drift further into rest, know that the universe will continue its silent dance, whether you watch or sleep, yet you carry its lessons. Curiosity, humility, awe, and the knowledge that exploration begins with imagination. The cosmos invites you to return anytime, to wander again through black holes, stars, and galaxies, to follow the paths of light and shadow, and to rest in the boundless calm of space. If tonight the pull of the cosmos touched your mind, take it with you. Share the wonder you felt, Speak of it, write of it, dream of it. Let it guide your curiosity, your reflections, your quiet meditations. And know that in the stillness between thoughts, the universe and you are one. A silent, infinite connection. A living meditation in which the stars, black holes, and endless night are never far away. As you drift now into sleep, let the imagery of distant suns, swirling galaxies, and the soft glow of cosmic light settle in your mind. Remember, the universe outside is mirrored within. Every particle, every shadow, every glow of distant starlight lives quietly within you, waiting to be revisited in thought, in imagination, and in dream. Sleep in the knowledge that the cosmos is not only around you. It is a part of you, infinite and calm, vast and intimate, mysterious and luminous. Rest now. The stars are with you. The black holes are with you. The endless night is with you. And within that quiet reflection, you are home.